there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
That's it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this?
Like, forget about the knife, forget about the spear, just open mind.
In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear.
Exactly.
It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand.
One other option.
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
She sounds like a Minecraft villain.
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Think, Chia. Use your big brain powers. Overlooked?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this.
Fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. Are we doing an argument? Argument. Villar? Blah. Piece of blue paper, I think, is gonna be the thing.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
No.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
No, I don't agree with that.
There's no way he burned to death.
No.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Oh, I need this. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I thought I was right because it would be poison. Oh, I'm almost dead.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand,
the
right?
poison. Oh, why am I shooting that?
It's not the other wounds, right?
I got trigger happy.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that...
There we go.
I agree with
That's
that.
it.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Poison? I like it. So, poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing.
Aren't most poisons made for... Well, not made specifically for killing, but don't most poisons kill people? Poison?
I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
You mean the protein drink? I know, right when she's like, it looks like a protein drink. I'm like, why don't you go ahead and drink it and see how much it helps your muscles?
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
Well, he's also the Yakuza baby. Poison works as antidotes, no? Maybe? I'm not sure about that. Pebbles, you let me know how that works out.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood,
Oh, it'd be hard to tell.
there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
I'm not really sure, but not all poison. True, not all poisons are deadly, but they're definitely not good for you. It's not like I drink poisons in my spare time. Ah, yes. It's a good year. It's like,
Still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
what if the rest of the chapters are just this trial? Well, this is maybe. Though there's only one more chapter after this. Oh yes, a good time of day. Oh, sip. Oh wait.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
Oh my, Akane, drop it! I swear, just drop it. Is this note of Oka smoke? Sip.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
And one chapter after this is an epilogue, and then again, like in Trigger. That makes sense. It makes sense. You gotta have like the ending cinematic.
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
It's like, it was funny the first time, but now it's like, stop. It's like when somebody tells a dirty joke and you're just like, after the fifth time, it's like, just stop. Just stop, it's enough already.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nacho's body, the answer is written on the warning label. I should think carefully and try to remember it. Oh, it's the drive, isn't it? Yep, it's a logic drive. When I heard the music, you could tell by the music. It seems like this trial got a lot difficult. Like the actual mini games got a lot more difficult. Like this is harder. Hangman's Gambit is harder. Which I hope there's not another Hangman's Gambit. That was chaos. There was like 40 letters on the screen at the exact same time. I mean, just scoot. First question? First question. Pro skater, I'm so good. I'm so good. Every time I hear pick the person music, I'm like, oh, this? Yeah, it's good. Wish it was a poison in when it affected a gas. I'm gonna take a guess it was gas. Because again, remember Monokuma made a comment, like, you need to let the gas ventilate from the room. Right, that was right. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. No. No. Ah, yes. Over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. Oh, no. Grandma, you need to repave the street. I told you there's a... What the hell? Grandma, I told you there was a hole there. Why didn't you fix it? So smart, a big brain. This trial is most well-written trial. Is it? You think it's the most pretty well as cause of death? Like cause of dumbass? Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna take it slow. They wanted to make it feel like final boss. You know, I get that feeling. I do get that feeling. Like this almost feels like the final chapter, even though I know there's one more. I feel like the final chapter is more about like filling loose ends than anything else. Even investigation theme is more intense. Everything's more intense about this one. Okay, there we go. Now I can zoom. Listen. What? How did the poison enter through his nose? Through his wounds? That'd be some intense poison. Through his nose. His nose wasn't blocked. He wasn't wearing his mask correctly. His nose was out and everything. Oh no. It's the part that always makes you like sick. Oh! Too fast! Too much zoom! That was it? That was it. Really?
It's all coming together.
It was a little trippy. That's the part that makes me sick when we do that spinning
What if
thing.
instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
No.
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. I'm sorry about this. She's magical miracle girl, Sailor Moon, the most powerful being I know. Well, hopefully she comes to help very soon.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
So not actually drinking it is fatal. Not drinking it is fatal, but the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
Breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't breathe in the poisonous gas, I should be able to explain this. The sprinklers, the smoke. Oh, the sprinklers, that's right, because they said it was weak to water, right?
I see! The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
Yes, if I remember correctly, it said on the back of the bottle that water counteracts it, I think. It would be nice if Yoko got... Oh my goodness.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis, so the water. So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Oh, hydrolysis. Thank you,
The
princess.
chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
Because it was low to the ground.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poison.
Poison. Hey, I learned this in school. Finally, school is making use of... I learned a thing.
The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Ooh, why you objecting now?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what?
Well, somebody could have opened the door slightly and threw in the poison, right?
In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
I don't know, Soda, why are you getting so defensive all of a
Nagito
sudden?
inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but
What? There's still more?
I was like, what more is there, though? I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nacho's motive is still unclear. That's true, we don't have a motive yet. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nacho's motive, Nacho's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't
There
be.
might have been an accomplice.
Oh, interesting. Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Oh, who picked up the evidence?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Nacho really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left would have been the meat on the bone, really, the container, the water, the bomb, the container, right?
I see.
Container.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yes, yes, Akane, because people die like that. If it's not in a container, people die.
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate.
Oh, the
Even
little...
plastic fragments.
Even the little blue thing we found under the bed.
Fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Wait, would the accomplice technically be the murderer, though, in this case? Would it be the Blackened?
Right. Does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
Soda, I'm very suspicious of you.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't like how Soda's, like, fighting back so much now. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt anymore, but hurting someone else... Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to join the, just to rule this as Nacho's suicide. Soda sus. Soda is being very sus right now. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt.
That's
But...
no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else.
Yeah, I feel like somebody was an accomplice. They maybe he was gonna hurt himself, but the poison was actually the thing that killed him, and somebody put the poison in there. Again, remember he said he was willing to help the killer. So he probably did all that stuff to help them because he was willing to become the ultimate hope, or help them become the ultimate hope.
But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Zoom in right on his nostrils.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
Yeah, she's a lot more sassy.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right?
But if somebody helped him, doesn't that make them the Blackened? Hurt himself, ma'am. He had a spear swinging above it. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. He impaled himself.
Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd
not
be a
necessarily.
suicide regardless, right?
Why are you acting so nervous?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But what happens if they placed the poison at the crime scene and he didn't bleed out? He actually, maybe he was about to bleed out or about to die, but the poison actually was the final straw that would actually kill him. Ma'am, this is that windy.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
I mean, she's got a point. What is this feeling? Oh. Oh. Are we all murderers? Are we all the Blackened? Holy crap, that's right, because none of the fire grenades worked. None of the fire grenades put out the fire. All they did was just make the fire worse, if anything. The fire grenades didn't do anything. Did somebody put the poison in the fire grenades? So when we threw the grenades at the fire, they exploded, but then they made a poison gas instead of putting out the fire. Because remember, we threw 10 fire grenades at it and nothing happened. That would make us all murderers, though. That would make all of us murderers. Wait, no, the person who told us to go get the grenades was Sonia, right? Sonia was like, there should be fire extinguished material in the break room. She was the one that told us that. Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane just said just now might be a new clue, but it would make sense. It would make a lot of sense why it wasn't putting out the fire. In a way, from there I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nacho brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was, what is it? This a murder party? Murder party. It's a corpse party. Oh no, oh wait, I would like to, no, not again. Get out of here. At least this one's a lot slower. This is more my pace. Hey girl, welcome back to the kill floor. Oh, I did not mean to send that through. Oh, my bad, I pressed the wrong button. Oh. I need an R. Let me just get rid of that. Corpse party. See, you see what I did there? See what I? Oh. Hey man, why? Yeah, why? Why is right? Oh fuck! I forgot I needed to slow down to heal myself. It's okay. I want more health anyways. Joke's on you. I did it on purpose. Yeah, I forgot to slow down to heal myself. Oh, man. Fire grenade. Oh, that was way too close for comfort. Oh, that's right. That's right, it's from, what do you call, oh. It's from Jackbox. It's from Jackbox, I remember now. It's, oh, I did that wrong. I didn't realize, oh God. It all makes sense to me now. Among Us, Bubbles. Among Us, yes. Oh shit. Oh, no. I need an E? I need an E. Oh my god, you got so close again! Need an A. Oh fuck, I destroyed it. I meant to send it, not destroy it. I've made a horrible mistake. I need an E. Thank you. I got it. Oh my god.
I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
Oh no! Wait! If only one of the fire grenades had the poison, then that means only technically one person is the blackened because only one person threw poison. If all the other ones were actually fire grenades and one was a poison grenade, then everybody else who threw regular grenades are innocent, but whoever threw the poison grenade is guilty. So it was an accidental killing. Like they didn't mean to kill him on purpose, but they accidentally did because they threw the one poison grenade. So if they threw the one poison grenade, they'll be seen as the blackened. Oh no, that means one person's gonna die and they didn't really actually do the killing because they didn't know it. Oh, that means somebody's gonna be executed and they didn't even mean to. Nacho, remember what I said about Nacho last time? What, that he's... I don't remember what you said about Nacho last time.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
I don't remember what you said last time.
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
He believes in hope, right? He believes in the ultimates and he believes in hope, right? Oh, in luck. He believes in his talent, right? His talent. Don't tell me he was hoping that the traitor would get the poison bottle. He was using his luck to hope that the traitor would get the poison bottle. So is he trying to take out the traitor this way? That would be so lucky. You're telling me this man's. Dutch, I think you need to maybe rub Nacho's head for luck for the slot machine.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Hope in his luck, that's right.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but The canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
Oh, and that's what we found underneath his
You
bed.
just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
Big brain
If
moment.
so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
No.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Because they're not completely sealed then. Aluminum? Aluminum. Aluminum.
Huh?
Sonia's words contain a clue that contents of our grenade were swapped with the poison. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the little piece of trash? There it is.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
Hey, hey, hey. That's not just any piece of trash. That's the most important piece of trash we've ever had.
No, that is not just a piece of trash.
Oh, she
The
knows.
seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
The same color.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
Well, yeah, because I think it'd be. That's my piece of trash. How dare you? Another man's treasure is another man's trust is another man's treasure, right? Am I right? Am I right?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough
not,
already.
He's not the one who threw the grenade, though, unfortunately. Am I right? Am I wrong? Oh my god.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
Wait. Oh, because now that they realize it, that means one of them is guilty. So if they say that there's an accomplice, that means they have to kind of assume that one of them.
In actuality, the truth is even
Oh,
more horrifying.
oh, now she realizes it, that somebody technically is a killer, not a killer willingly. They're an unwilling killer, but still they're a killer nonetheless. It's like, what is it called? Oh, what's that called when you don't mean, oh, is it manslaughter? When you don't mean to kill somebody, it's an accidental death. Manslaughter is still murder.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Big brain moment.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought and the moment Nacho breathed in the poison gas were the same. Could the same moment be when the fire started, when the sprinklers activated, when the spear fell, when we all threw the grenade?
See! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so.
Which means one of us is gonna, this is gonna be sad. This is gonna be really sad.
When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of them.
Us?
What the heck?
Unwillingly.
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
Damn, this is really well written. I didn't see that coming. I was wondering when the poison would be brought in, because I knew the poison was going to be important, but I didn't see the whole, like, the grenades coming. That's pretty, you're right, Pebbles. This is pretty well written.
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
So he tried to trick us to make us think he committed suicide, but it was to help, because again, he wanted to create hope. And if one person survived, so either it could go two ways. Either one person would survive, and they would say Nacho committed suicide, and then that one person would survive and become like the true hope, because, you know, everybody else would die because they got it wrong. Or we find out who the Black End is, which is also probably the traitor, which also increases the hope of everybody else, because now we got rid of the traitor out of our midst. See, I love this trial so much compared to... No, this is a lot better. This is a lot better.
What the heck? You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was... It was Nacho, right?
I see!
Yeah, Nacho did it.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
Nacho? Person who set the fire, who set the warehouse fire was also Nacho.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
Listen, she's getting to her point. Just give her a second, Miss Tail.
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nacho set the warehouse on fire to make someone throw the poison, to destroy the evidence, to make someone throw the poison.
I see! Don't tell me. He
I guess Miss Front Tail, I know.
He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
It was.
Trap?
Preparing the poison, creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Everybody's gangsta until the track starts. Exactly, and then now everybody's freaking out because now they realize one of them accidentally killed him.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
We don't know.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do.
Exactly.
And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
Yeah, they're all freaking out now.
He set
Except
a
for
trap
her.
to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
All the fire grenades were threw at the curtain, shattered once it fell to the floor.
Because of
Welcome
that,
to the family.
Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death.
I was very happy when you decided to play Danganronpa 2 today because of this trial, which means that he died because of the poison, and then after his, you know, like when you're, some people when they die, they either do a death grip around something where they don't let go, or they die and then they release, like their muscles become relaxed, and I think when he died, he relaxed and the spear came down.
It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body. It was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve.
Not
He
necessarily.
wanted to prove to us there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved.
Oh,
Such
not
a
necessarily.
devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
Why this Danganronpa has such geniuses to commit almost perfect murders. Danganronpa 1 had the killer's name. That not only that, but like Celeste like sold herself out by saying that she saw the killer. I think if she had kept quiet, even though I know it would have made Yamada's job a lot harder, she wouldn't have been found out of Sweeties. Again, I hope you enjoyed your
It is
dinner.
my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades.
Yeah, but doesn't mean you actually threw the poison grenade.
I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here!
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
No. What about Sailor Moon? If she wouldn't try to push Hiro that much, she wouldn't get suspicious. That's true. Yeah. And she had she pushed it way too much. But she was she was a little aggressive. What about, remember Sailor Moon's diary? What happened if she wrote down which bottle it was? And then we could tell who picked it up by which bottle it was. Or if she wrote down who picked up the poison bottle.
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
Actually, that's true. Does Monokuma know? Teachers can't interfere. It's a rule. But she's not interfering. She's just writing down in her diary who picked up the bottle. Or which bottle it was. That's technically not interfering. She's just writing down what she saw. Because she didn't know what was going to happen.
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times.
Because he's a god. He's a fucking god. He's like Loki. He's the god of chaos.
I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
Why did that keep you from becoming queen?
How can you? I'm so jealous. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
But she can't know either. Remember, her surveillance cameras don't work. Well, couldn't she have been still in the same room? She could only hear stuff with her ears. TMI, I don't want to go with TMI. There's some things that needed. What happens in the bathroom stays in the bathroom.
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
What am I doing? What is happening? That's right, it doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nacho, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
Got it. Let's do this then.
What am I doing? Really, we're doing the manga? Oh my god, I'm doing the closing argument. I don't even know who did the crime. I'm so lost. What was inside Nacho's refrigerator? Protein drink. Right before switching the poison. Remove the lid. Yeah, remove the lid. What's placed inside the break room? What would be the canisters? I bet that's not it. What's beyond the Monokuma panels? Death? What's beyond the Monokuma panel? The back room, I'm guessing. His whole body wasn't tied up. You talking about this? No. Yes? No. I don't think that's right. How did he support the spear? No. I didn't think that was right. I don't know. Well, wait. No. I know what goes behind the panels. The lighter. What was beyond? Yeah, death. Death. Lots of death. So much death. In order to hurt himself. Oh, wait. No. This goes somewhere. I'm trying to think where, though. Oh my god, this comic strip is long! This. There we go. Oh my god, this comic strip is so long. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. There's 12 panels, I just realized. Alright, so this one's open still. What was inside his fridge? We don't have the poison yet. We got that already. What's placed inside the break room? Well, that's not helpful. None of these are helpful. His whole body wasn't tied up. You're talking about, I'll tie the bird rope to my, we're talking about this one. I'm glad I hovered over it, because that picture didn't make sense to me until I did. How did he support the spear? No. In order to hurt himself, he covered his mouth, right? Yeah, so then he wouldn't scream. Okay, now we go back. I know one of these goes here. And then we go back. And then we do this, we do the ting-tang. Propped up the knife with something. No, that's not it. The reason we went to the warehouse was the bomb. Inside the thrown fire grenade was the gas, right? Okay. I like the Monokuma picture with the knife in it. I think it propped up the knife with something. Nagita's video message was sprinklers activated, appears at the restaurant. The restaurant doesn't make sense. The reason we went to the warehouse was his message. Last stock. So let me go from the very beginning to make sure we got everything. The very beginning. So I make sure we didn't miss anything. I think we got everything. What was inside his fridge was the poison. This is all good, all good, all good, all good. What is this? How did he support the spear?
Here's everything that happened in this case.
The battle can wait, Pebbles. This is more important.
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan.
I like the dun dun dun.
Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon.
God, I love this track so much. It's good.
Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade.
The Rut roll raggy.
With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere.
Nakagito?
We were looking for the bomb. That's That's
mean,
when
you're right.
Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord.
Actually, how did he do that? Did he throw the cord part over or the spear part over? Because that takes a lot of aiming and skill. Oh, by the way, the name of Nagito's mental illness was apparently revealed by... Oh, was it? What was his mental illness? Schizophrenia? Oh no, I'm trying to think what would make sense. I don't think schizophrenia would make sense. Maybe bipolar? He kind of acted one way and then acting another way. I'm curious what mental illness they gave him.
Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear.
This is very meticulous, actually, think about it. He did a lot of planning with this.
But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream...
You know how hard that is to hurt yourself like that?
He stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs.
Dementia. Doesn't dementia affect your memory, though? I'm not that knowledgeable. I thought dementia was more about, like, maybe that's Alzheimer's. I didn't think of Alzheimer's. I'm trying to remember what dementia entails. Frontal temporal lobe dementia. Huh.
Finally. He propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear.
Damn, that's really impressive if you never got to go with the spear. Can you imagine how much concentration? I would have been so focused on holding that.
His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan.
Oh, that's right, because the fireworks went off a little before noon, which would mean that we would get to the warehouse at noon, not when the fireworks went off. Because it made it seem like he died when the fireworks went off, but he actually died after. He died after when we got to the warehouse. Because he said the bomb would go off at noon, so he did that on purpose to make us think that he died during the fireworks.
We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply.
The monomino effect? I mean, you're not right. Hold the spear, save the world. Save the cheerleader, save the world, pretty much. Damakuma sounds better.
It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor.
The Domokuma effect? I mean, that actually, I like that, the sound of that. That actually sounds really cool.
There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer.
Durgan's so sweet.
At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Oh my god, I remember in the song that I have for my like one gift sub alert, he talked about Nagito's trap. So this is what he's talking about, is this case.
In conclusion,
We're all suspects.
the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity
Means that technically we all killed him. Yes! Yes! Now I understand why you were like, don't watch the video, don't watch the video, don't watch the video.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
Also, I had the octagon in it, and it had the octagon in it too. That's why I was waiting for it. And then when I saw it, I was like, I never want to see an octagon again. We both want the game so bad. It looks
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
Wait, if he's the ultimate lucky student, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll all vote for the right person, right? Because his luck will kind of like, I guess, help in the trial?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
I think he did. Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. Well, he said come to the warehouse and I'll tell you who the traitor is. So by bringing us to the warehouse, he exposed who the traitor was because they're the one who threw the grenade. After all, there's no way Hope can lose. Absolute hope they can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap.
So wait, yes. The one who pointed the grenades out. Sonia? You're talking about Sonia, right? We have more
By
tonight.
believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart.
His ultimate, his talent.
I want you to try to remember what that is.
What Nacho believed in, the surveillance camera, his talent. He believed in me. I saw Jimmy's name on there.
As the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So it's definitely gonna be all right.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
I mean, he's got a point. He believed in me. And then I let him down.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
He put the 5 bullets in the gun and then expected to get the one that didn't have the bullet. But fun fact, Nacho actually had some feelings for Jimmy, at least before knowing he's not ultimate. Yeah, like, he actually seemed like he probably thought Jimmy could be the ultimate hope. That's why he was wondering what Jimmy's ultimate was, because he probably thought Jimmy was the ultimate hope. It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape room that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette? It's a game where you load one bullet into a gun and spin the cylinder, point it toward you, and pull the trigger. So you really did it? Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I'd only used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just as Sailor Moon said. Huh? I must have understood it. Thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. That you had only a 1 in 6 chance of surviving? Oh, I'm still alive. After all, the only good thing about me is how lucky I am. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hospital. Hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. That's right, I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You relied on your luck? Oh my god, I haven't seen Muffin Man forever. It's not just luck, it's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know. Huh? I'm not with the red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. The time Jimmy said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky, that's why I got picked for cleaning duty just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
Monkey not like these.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
No! But I thought you liked Danganronpa.
He left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
No, I don't even have to ask. I should already know what the answer is. The traitor.
See,
One of us. One of us is not very specific.
the traitor. Nagito
I mean,
was
murder
after
is
the
fun.
traitor, huh?
As long as you don't get caught, it's fun.
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Oh no. Bombshell time.
Then what he said in his video message.
Oh, who would be the traitor though? It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
I like how Boss Baby's voice sounds like he just got shocked 24. After Peko died, he's just always surprised.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then it's just as Nacho said at the beginning, his purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believe in what Nacho said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long, was it really because we didn't believe
But
in
if
him?
he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer.
It might have been the only way to do it though. There was no way to like determine the information from the profiles and stuff. He might have had to do this, especially if by having our memories erased, we don't remember who that were the traitor or not. So he might have had to do it this way, but I like him. I don't know, I'm starting to like, okay, Nacho's starting to grow on me, I'm just gonna say.
Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Oh, you're very quiet.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?